Shitcase Cinema. On the Shitcase Cinema. Oh, it's the Shitcase Cinema.
Come on, you mindless motherfuckers!
Now, I've wanted to take a look at this film for a while, so let's see why it's regarded as one of John Carpenter's worst films ever. Now, it's interesting to note that Ghosts of Mars was John Carpenter's last theatrical release in 2001, and due to the poor reception the film got and box office takings, he basically had enough and just disappeared. Now, it's only recently that Carpenter's been getting back into the movie world after almost 10 years away, but that's another story for another time perhaps. So what's wrong with Ghosts of Mars, I hear you ask? Lots of things. Is it shit? Yes it is. Is it worth watching? No, definitely not. Just watch my review instead. So it's set on Mars, believe it or not, and in the future thanks to those numbers on display there, and ooh look, added bonus of telling us how many assholes are living there. So for whatever reason in the future the atmosphere is breathable, and here are the good guys on a train going to transport a prisoner. Right, that's the main story. Some cops are randomly moving an incarcerated bad guy from one place to another. Now the only thing making this film watchable are the cast. Now if it weren't for the cast then you'd really struggle to keep interest because it's so dull half of the time and just so fragmented. Now Pam Grier pops up, but she may as well not be in it because she's only in for about 10 minutes of screen time and dies. Look, see? Dead. If anyone cares, she's also a lesbian and tries to work her magic on Natasha Henstridge. But that doesn't go anywhere, so it's totally irrelevant, so why put it into the film? Now, Jason Statham is another person who fancies Natasha, and he's constantly trying to get her interest. And that's about as far as character development goes in Ghosts of Mars. Statham trying to chat up a lead female character. Come on, Carpenter, you really had run out of ideas by this point. So this prisoner they're looking for is called Desolation Williams, but before they find him they begin to wonder where everybody else is, apart from the weird dead people, and come across some other inmates locked up. Now you see that crappy fade transition there? It's used so much in this film, and it's not like John Carpenter at all if you know his work, but it does make me think of that fucking travesty Battlefield Earth with the horrible screen wipes and whatever else. I don't know what it is about this scene in this room with these dead bodies, but it made me think of Batman and Robin with the over-the-top, out-of-place colours. Jesus, I just compared Ghosts of Mars to Battlefield Earth and Batman and Robin. That says it all. Well, whatever. So one of the people in the prison explains how she ended up there by crashing a really mediocre looking balloon. Why the fuck would somebody be ballooning around Mars? I know there's probably not much to do in terms of recreational activities, but ballooning? A few more shitty fading transitions there. It's not a good look, John. So get ready because here's the main bad guy you've all been waiting for. Ice Cube. Yeah, that's right. He's called Ice Cube and he's a rapper. But look at that. They find him and then they walk away. How pointless is that? Found him and they piss off. Brilliant. So we then see some retard who's apparently possessed. Now, that's the thing. There's no actual ghosts dressed up in white bed sheets on Mars. It's all spirits possessing people and turning them insane, as Jason Statham so brilliantly puts it.
The commander's dead. Everybody in the mine's gone insane.
Ooh, look what's going on here. Now this is one of the many scenes you'll see of Natasha Henstridge sitting here telling her story to a bunch of suits. So basically this tale is told from her point of view in past tense and done in flashbacks. Now I've just got to add, I've been on a short break from reviewing films because I'm a big fat lazy bastard who can't be arsed making them. But here's a slightly more believable little story from me explaining one reason. In flashback mode. Now I've got a sore throat which means I can't really talk, but while I am on a break it does mean however that I can still drink, which is brilliant. It's probably not a good idea though. Amazing. I've actually got a bit of a sore throat still, so you know, just leave some sympathy comments or something. So anyway, Ice Cube manages to get out of the cell so he can demonstrate his quality acting skills, but alongside everybody else who are all equally crap. You don't sit up and go, he's shit, cause they're all shit. The film is too much of a self-parody at times, but then it tries to be serious on other occasions. It doesn't know which one it wants to be. So Statham goes for a walk to find Pam Grier, who simply disappeared. But it's not like you realise anyway, because she's in such a little period of time you think, God, I forgot about her anyway. So, ooh, who's that running away? Just a local Mars resident with Pam Grier's head? Okay. So he sees a bunch of strange people who are all covered in piercings and paint, just killing other random people. And these are the ghosts, if you were wondering. Now, meanwhile, inside the building, a ghost woman jumps out to attack the heroes, but is shot to shit, as you can see. And like in all good, or bad, movies like this, you have a spirit float out of the dead body and possess somebody else. It's probably best to pick a cop with a gun, you know. But, oh, no, what do I know? She looks like a good choice. Oh, no, picky. Ah, yes, perfect. The fucking old tramp, dazzling choice. So Statham pops up and tells his story, continuing on from where he saw the evil ghosts of Mars. Yeah, the story's all broken up like this. It's kind of different, I guess. And oh, look at that, an awful screen wipe again, just like Battlefield Earth. And Camp Blood. Yet another bona fide gem of a film which I've reviewed. I love this when he runs away down the hill from the ghosts who are right behind him and can obviously see him, but then he's pulled into a shed by some random goons and the ghosts simply walk on by. She's like, did I just see a cop with a shitty London accent running away? Nope, guess I probably need glasses then. Oh well. It's like, what? It's stupid. So these goons tell their story about what happened on Mars. Apparently a load of second-hand weed smoke came from nowhere, gassed everybody, and then later on they become possessed and naturally decide to take body piercing just way too far and go mental. And that's it, it's simple as that, folks. Oh, for Christ's sake, just stop these shitty screen wipes. It's beyond a joke. Now speaking of jokes, how funny is this? Checking out weapons they have, then some arsehole decides to open a can of food with a machete, but ooh, no, got to smoke some drugs first, and BAM! Why does nobody look shocked or surprised? It's quality. So at least Ghost of Mars does have some humour in it throughout, mostly coming in the form of bad cheesy one-liners, but it's all good. So everybody decides to make a run for the train. It's like finally, it's only taken them almost an hour of film to brainstorm that idea up. But oh shit, the train's not there. What, they couldn't see it wasn't there until they got right up to the bloody train tracks. So then they run on back to the building while shooting a few hundred ghosts. And a few members of KISS just for good measure.
Yeah, what we should have done in the first place. Shit! Come on, you mindless motherfuckers!
I guess Ice Cube's been watching Tales from the Hood. Where would they conveniently find face paint and huge quantities of rings and studs? Probably the same place that woman found a balloon. So Claire Duval shoots the possessed tramp for no logical reason whatsoever, which means that somebody else is about to be taken over.
Oh my God!
And they take her outside to die. I can picture John Carpenter sitting there thinking, bit of a shit lowly idea for the main star to be killed off like this. Somebody come up with a shit idea. No, wait, I've got my own shit idea. Just pop a pill into her mouth so she can be stoned and let her see a weird CGI monster and waves and whatever else, cause this will be the greatest film ever. Oh, and while I'm coming up with random shit willy-nilly, let's just call this John Carpenter's The Greatest Film Ever. So, the drug amazingly rids her body of the ghost because, look, she's back to normal, so I guess that's what happened. And because she's back to normal, she's allowed back inside. How kind of them. No hard feelings about throwing you outside to die, to water under the bridge and all that. So after a huge battle to get to the train once again, which is actually there on time, believe it or not, which is a rare fucking thing for public transport, they hop on board and ride to freedom, but oh no, shit, I forgot my tampons. Can we just nip back to pick them up? So back at the camp once again, there's no ghosts to be seen, so a few of the brain dead heroes decide to run to the base to fanny around some more. But surprise, surprise, the ghosts reappear and start hitting the train with their weapons, although they're not really making much effort, as you can see, unless they're like possessed 90-year-old cripples, in which case I guess it's quite a good effort. But I just guess that the pay sucks being an extra whilst dressed up like a twat, so nobody's really putting any effort in. So watch this. Why does everybody else then decide to stupidly run off the train? It's mental! And half of them die in gloriously gory ways, which is perfect because it's no more than they deserve for being so mentally retarded. So there's a dull fight on the train, the main evil ghost stands around shouting to himself before getting blown up, and that's basically it. Pretty cool, yeah? Poor Carpenter. His films really do get progressively worse, except for a few little gems here and there. Now this probably is his worst film ever, but it is somewhat fun to watch. It's brainless, straightforward, gory mayhem with action and tongue-in-cheek humour. So watch it, don't watch it, or just watch my review of it. Probably best option. 4 out of 10.